what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's round 11 on the GR Super GT Cup on Gran Turismo Sport. So, we'll be racing on Autodrumo National Monza for 5 laps. So, this is going to get an easy-going challenge, so this is definitely might be prepared for. So, looks like the tire consumption's on 11%. And unfortunately, that this is going to get everything we might be able to get ready to get started. So just going to be able to make sure, because, well, just going to be able to have to take plenty much more time of this race. So looks like we just did all the practice we can get. So this is definitely might be very good. So this is definitely might be able to take the matching begins until on further notice that this is going to be able to take one good racing chance that this is going to get everything we might need to take. So different percentage on the tire wear and fuel consumption is definitely might be pretty changed up differently, that this will works perfectly on the track. So, well, all you have to do is to deal with it, because this is going to get everything we'll be prepared for this race, and then this is going to get everything we'll be able to get started for. Alright, so good thing that this is going to be able to take a lot of good pressuring work on that time, and then this is going to be able to get ready. Might be able to take the chance. Might go in. And this time, this is going to be able to take on the record time that this might be able to beat. So this is definitely might be needed to be prepared for this moment. Alright, here we go. Just going to take a little bit more time with the handling, and then this is going to get everything doing by the wrist. But even that this is going to be able to have that tire where that this is definitely might be on 30% checkboard. So even that this might be able to check on the race info to see that this is definitely might be able to take a good look on this one for it. So just gonna be able to get started for a qualifying time trial before this is gonna get everything will be started out for. So maybe this is definitely might be able to give it one good intimidated hot lap challenge that this is gonna be able to go in. So just gonna have to do the best you can, because just gonna have to keep falling up in the right direction if we might be able to take that good clear hot lap, that this definitely might be able to go for one standard basic advanced drivers, that this is gonna get everything we might need to take. So after taking the first chicane, now you're gonna have to approach again onto the second chicane. Just make sure that take the brake partially slowly on the throttle until this is gonna be able to re-accelerate again. But this is definitely might be able to take one better chance to be able to take plenty much more inside turns if we might need to get. So let's just gonna be able to make sure this is definitely might be able to take plenty much more hard work that we should get. So it's gonna get everything we'll be able to make good progress of this race. So just gonna be able to take a lot of throttle that this is gonna be able to going in. If we can probably able to have to do a little bit less braking on the turns, and then just gonna have to take a little bit amount if we have to do it just the proper way it goes. And then just gonna have to keep a good closer eyes on the apex if we have to be able to avoid the penalty, because this is definitely might be pretty tough to be able to take it nice and steady on this precision. Now looks like just gonna get everything in and ready to go. So this is going to get everything we might be able to do a lot of speed, that this is definitely might be able to coming in. So make sure that the final turn is definitely might be pretty tough. So if you really wanted to go earlier at the turn, so this is definitely might be possible to be able to take an early braking point near at the cone. So this is definitely might be need to take a lot of challenges that this is going to be able to coming in to be made. Now let's just gonna be able to go, and then this is gonna have to take one challenging lap time that this is gonna be able to have. So let's just gonna be able to take this for one good better terms of the directional ways that this is gonna be able to coming in. Just gonna have to keep pushing up the throttle and then pass through the ghosts. Now looks like this is gonna get everything will be properly, that this we might need to be able to stay steady and stay focused if we have to be able to make sure. Inside turns are definitely might be pretty tough, so we have to be able to do one expectations that this is going to be able to keep coming in to do it. Now let's just gonna have to take that second chicane turn, and then just gonna make sure that this is gonna get very harder to be able to make sure if you really wanted to go for one good perfect hot lap, that this is definitely might be able to take that performance skills on the turn. Okay, just gonna have to keep passing in onto that ghost, and then just gonna find the perfect spot that this is definitely might be able to come to the advantage. But it's gonna have to take a lot of techniques that this is gonna be able to be required if you really want to be able to take much of a chance to be able to take a good record. So it's gonna be able to do perfectly. We have to be able to keep up on it. Okay, just gonna stay on it, and then just gonna have to keep a good eyes checked, and then this is gonna be able to do a proper corner, but make sure don't get off the track if there's anything a little bit handling efficient problems. So just gonna have to keep a good eye south whenever there's a penalty will be occur. Okay, gonna going in, and then make that turn is gonna get a little bit harder to get. Alright, that should do it. Now this is going to be able to take one good regular lap that this is definitely might be coming in. So let's just going to go again, and then this will might make it very efficient that this is definitely might be able to go official. Okay, approaching in. Gonna make that turn, and then this is gonna be able to take one steady position that this is gonna be able to get in. But this is going to get everything a little bit harder on that first chicane, so if we might be able to do successful, that this is definitely might be coming in. Just going to be able to make sure that the lap check is definitely might be able to go for a little race entry, because this is definitely important for this race if we have to be able to do successful ways to be able to coming in. And then this is going to get everything a little bit harder if we must be able to be prepared for the great moment. Okay, just going to coming in, and then going to have to take that smooth turn, and then stay on the apex, and then this is going to be able to have a 1 second penalty but behind. Just going to be able to have to keep a good eye check on the distance whenever you're going to have to check on the HUD. Okay, this is going to be going well, and now this is definitely might be able to stay on track, and then this is going to get everything well properly to be able to get everything to be made. But also don't get a little bit too late on the turn, so that may be cause us to be able to start over again, but maybe this is definitely might need to do a lot of work. So just gonna be able to get everything will be ready. So I know it's definitely unbelievable, because try to keep up to be able to master the track, because this is definitely might be able to have to get everything well experienced that this is definitely needs to learn. Okay, so let's just gonna go attempt number 2, and then this is gonna have to take a lot of faster laps that this is gonna be able to coming in. Okay, looks like Ghost Car is definitely might be going in. So it's gonna make it behind, and then this is definitely might be giving one good efficient lap time that this is gonna be able to go in. Well, luckily that we just did taking a lot of practice that this is gonna have to take one good better skills we might have, and then it will might be able to get a little bit harder if we must be able to be prepared for the moment. Alright, looks like this is definitely a little bit mistaken turn that this is definitely not count for this run, and then this is going to be able to take that turn. Okay, slow and steady at that second chicane, and then this is definitely might be given the most recent part of this turn that this is going to be able to come in. Okay, gonna do this, and then just gonna go a little bit lighter, and then this is gonna be able to take one good straight at it. Alright, so it looks like 55 seconds remaining until this race is definitely might be able to join in session, until this is gonna get everything will be ready to go. Okay, just gonna take that, and then just gonna do a little bit more sideways, but better make sure that the apex will guideline follow you, but don't get a little bit too sloppy. But just gonna might need to get a hold of it, because this is gonna get everything will might get situated before we'll be able to have to take the real deal of this race. So just gonna be able to stay clean on this race, but it is going to be very challenging if we might be able to stay focused to be able to get everything what we have to be prepared. Well, looks like this is going to get everything we might be prepared to do it. So let's just going to get ready to join in, and then this is definitely might be it. Let's get ready to be prepared, so this will might be able to sit back and wait until this is going to be able to get started. Alright. I hope this might be able to do this, because this is definitely what been waiting for this to be prepared. Wow, can't believe it, that was very good. So looks like just taking a good first place by the start. Okay then. Wow, I can't believe it, that was definitely might be pretty good to be able to get started. So alright, so this is definitely might be get everything to be settled in, to be situated. So okay, few of them are in driver rating C, so this is definitely will might be able to have everything will be prepared. Alright, looks like everybody joins in, and then this is definitely might be very good to go to be able to get ready for a warm-up race to be prepared. Alright, looks like fuel and tire wear is now on, and then this is going to get everything will be prepared for this. So just going to be able to get ready to get started. So let's just going to be able to do the best race we can. This is all about taking the best moment in Monza racetrack that this is going to be able to coming in. Now let's just going to be able to do a very proper ways to be able to take the first turn by the chicane, because this is definitely might be pretty wide open if we must be able to do a successful proper ways to be able to get in there. Okay, good thing that this is definitely might be able to stay everything well focused. So racing outfit still currently used, and then this is definitely might be going in to be able to take one good few consecutive warm-up turns that this is going to might need to take. Okay. Just gonna have to keep checking, and then this is gonna be able to take a little bit more time. Now this is definitely might be able to take one good easy racing of a chance for this segment of this challenge, and then this might comes in. This will might come perfectly if we have to be able to have to make sure, because different drivers with driver ratings is definitely might be able to do the way, and then okay, looks like the usual drivers have definitely got recently demoted, so they'll be able to try to keep up to be able to get back on to the current position. So looks like it's good to see Freak Show 49 to be joining in for the race again, so you're very welcome. So let's just gonna be able to have a very good race that this will might be able to take one good choice of a better opportunity we might get in and get everything ready to go. Good to see you again, Freak Show. So let's get ready to race. Best of luck to all of us, and now this is gonna be able to get ready for a qualifier first before we begin. Alright, now looks like this is definitely might be very good to be able to take the head start. We might get prepared. So maybe this is going to be able to take strategy to be able to race around on Monza if we have to be able to be precisely to be successful for it. So, well, can't believe it, I almost had it to be able to get less points on the Big Willow since the last round of the race. Second time in last place, just like Fuji Speedway, but this is definitely might need to be able to keep up for this race, so this has to be able to get focused to be prepared for it. Now, this is definitely might be the hard catch to be able to beat the most fastest lap whenever it reaches up onto the top position, so do the best you can, because this is going to get very harder to get to be able to stay on the tarmac, that this is going to get everything Whoopi struggled to hold on for. Now, looks like just going to get everything Whoopi prepared, and then this is going to be able to take a few consecutive turns, so every 10 minutes means 5 laps, of course, so this is going to get everything a little bit harder to be able to make it much longer. So, just going to be able to take one good prep race, that this is going to be able to take the fuel check, that this one might come around to be able to see it. So, even that this is definitely might be able to make sure, because going one pit stop at a time, because this is definitely might be prepared to do it. Now, we're just going to have to stay focused on that race, and then just going to be able to stay on the tarmac, that this is going to get everything a little bit coming in to do as much possible if we can. Okay, let's just going to be able to stay on track, and then this is going to get everything will be prepared. So 8 minutes remaining, and then this is definitely might be doing good, that this will might be able to do perfectly if we can. Alright, so this is going to get a little bit harder to be able to master the last turn. If we had to be able to see that double cones, this is definitely might be giving the opening moment to be able to be sure. Okay, here we go. Let this be a one most bestest qualifying lap time that we should get, and then this is going to get everything a little bit challenging, that this one might be prepared. Alright, let's just going to take that turn, and then going in on that first chicane. Just don't want to mess up that moment, because this has to be able to do a perfect race, that this is definitely might be able to take the time trial. If anything, we might be able to stay on the tarmac, that this will be safer. One good legal lap time might do perfectly, that this is going to be able to take. Okay, let's just going to be able to going in, and then wait for that second turn is going to be able to coming in to be able to take the struggle will might come through, and then just going to be able to make sure to keep a good eye on the radar whenever the opponent is definitely might be able to get in. Okay, very fascinating, and then this is definitely might be very good. So it looks like this is definitely might be able to have to take a little bit, half amount of the fuel is going to be at 50%. So whenever it's going to be able to going in on third or fourth lap, so just going to be able to make sure to be able to keep a good eyes on the fuel. So this is definitely might be giving very challenging ways, that this is going to get everything will be prepared. Okay, take that turn, that this is going to be able to go directly onto the apex. So if anything happens, like cutting the corners by the middle part of this center track, and then this is definitely might be able to avoid the penalty. So let's just going to be able to keep everything well settled, and then just going to be able to do properly at the right and final turn, that this is definitely might be coming in. Okay, looks like just gonna get everything started, and then 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So let's just gonna be able to make sure to keep in track of the time, and then this is gonna get everything well struggled to be prepared for. Now, unfortunately, that this is definitely might be able to take plenty much of it, and then don't get a little bit too late on that turn, because this is definitely might be not count for it. Well, looks like that's going to be a hard thing that we need to be very careful, because, well, good thing that was very closer to be able to press the brakes to avoid the penalty. So looks like that was lucky to be able to have everything to survive this. But in fact, because this might need to do a lot of work if we can do it, so it is going to be very risky that this is going to be able to coming in to do it. Alright, so looks like things are about to get very challenging to see how the other players are doing well, including Freak Show 49, and then looks like he finally took the best time, and then this is gonna get everything we might be ready for it. So just trying to do our best, and then this is definitely might be pretty challenging to get everything we'll be prepared. Okay, looks like just gonna have to take a lot more time, and then MJ Rock is definitely set a new qualifying time, and then this is definitely might be coming in to do it. So just gonna be able to make sure that the fuel map is definitely might be able to coming in. So just gonna do a little bit scout check on the lap that this is gonna be able to coming in to take. Okay, so if possible, whenever you see the percentage of the fuel, so make sure just choose it whenever you can, because I know this is going to be a very tough moment, that this is going to have to take a lot of quick options that this is going to might need to take. So just going to be able to going into the pits, and then this is going to get everything what we have to do. But this is going to be very possible that this is definitely might need to take. Alright, get my crew ready to go to have that tire set up and be prepared. Alright, now this is definitely might be getting a little bit possible whenever it's going to be able to going in onto the third or fourth lap. So give or takes that this is definitely might be hard to determine. So well, maybe let's just going to be able to get everything we might take the second round chance. Okay, just going to have to be very politely slower on the turn, and then this is going to be a very hard one that this is going to have to take. Okay, let's just going to be able to do one remaining probably. So, well, I hope that I could probably able to start out in fourth place to be able to catch up onto Freak Show 49. So, once again, they just took the win on the Mount Panorama. So, he'll be able to do his best to be able to win on Autodrumo National Monza. So, this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to take another win by the podium. Okay, looks like MJ Rock is definitely here, and then looks like this is going to get everything we might be able to do a little bit well roster pick for this round, and then this is going to get everything will be challenges to be made. So just going to have to take one proper ways that this is going to be able to take a little bit steady carefully for it. So just gonna be able to make sure, because the field map will might be able to have a few changes at the start of lap 1, but even just gonna be able to have to use it very properly. So just gonna be able to make sure, because keep a good eyes out on the field map whenever you need, or even if possible to be able to switch to the radar, because this is gonna be able to keep a good eyes check that this is gonna be able to coming in. So maybe this is going to get very prepared, that this is going to might need to do a lot of prep work that this is going to be able to take. Do the best you can by using the fuel map whenever you're going to save amount of fuel. That will might help, because this is definitely might be giving the best tip important for this race, that this is going to be able to coming in. Okay, let's just going to go and start again for a new lap time, and then this has to be able to work faster to be able to get everything we'll be able to get started for this race. So this is definitely might be able to take the perfect chance for increased driver rating, that this might be able to do one good ways to be able to catch up, and then try to be able to do the best you can, because this is going to get very wide open on the first turn of the chicane, because otherwise, if anything happens, because we don't listen to the perfect directional corners, that will consider as a penalty due to the cutting corners by the edge. But well, it is definitely might be able to have a mention it on the time trial, because this is definitely might be able to have a one issues that this is going to be able to need it for. So let's just going to be able to make sure that to stay clean on this race, that this is definitely might be the bigger challenge that this is going to be able to get. Alright, let's just gonna have to take that turn, and then this is gonna be able to do one ways for a precisely turn, that this is gonna get everything one racing packed in, and then this is gonna get everything challenges to be able to beat the lap time for only less, maybe 2 minutes and 13 seconds, that this is gonna be able to take one time remaining, that this is gonna be able to coming in. Alright, here we go. Looks like gonna have to take that turn, and then this is gonna be able to do clear ways to get. Okay, that was a very good skill. Now, looks like this is definitely might be pretty easier to be able to go in, by the way, because this is going to get everything will be prepared for this race, so we have to be able to stay clean while taking on the inside turn is going to get a little bit riskier to be able to take. So, just going to be able to race up the speed that this is going to be able to coming in, but I hope that this is definitely might be coming closer to get. Alright, so close. Now, this is definitely might be well placed to be able to get started. So, now on to the top 3 with MJ Rock and Freak Show 49, and then everyone is about to be prepared for this race, that this is going to get everything will be prepared. So let's just going to be able to make sure, because the first turn on the chicane is going to be very tougher, so let's just going to be able to stay on the inside, because this is definitely might be pretty safer to get. Now let's just going to have to wait until everyone is done running around the track for one better qualifying time, that this is going to be able to get ready. Well, I hope that this is going to be a very best racing day, that this is going to get everything we might be able to catch up to be able to achieve our driver rating, that this is going to get everything prepared. So, looks like we did all the best we can, because just going to be able to reach the time for only a minute and 11 seconds for it, so consider for 2 minutes and 11 seconds by the time, since we've just definitely took the practice. Alright, let's just gonna be able to make sure that this is definitely might be able to have a good race. So this is definitely might be pretty challenging if we can probably able to do successful ways that this will might going in. So let's just gonna be able to get everything started. So let's just gonna have to get everything started out for it. So best of luck. This is gonna be able to get ready to go. So this will might be able to get prepared for this challenge, and then taking 5 laps for 10 minutes, and then this is definitely might be giving the best option choice before entering the pits. So 3rd or 4th lap we might be able to take the choices for any GT drivers that tries to be able to keep up on it. So here we go, let's do it. Alright, looks like round 11 of the GR Super GT Cup is now racing on Autodrumo National Monza. So here we go to meet with the drivers. So first up is MJ Rock with the Toyota Supra for the custom livery. Second place is Freak Show 49 with the same Supra livery. Third place is myself with a UDRS Supra racing variant. Fourth place is AA12 Man with a nice color shift style of the Supra. Fifth place is Go Honda 8 with an orange and yellow color shift. Sixth place is Nerdy Hillbilly with a nice, awesome Supra. Seventh place is Lono Ma 420. And eighth place is Durplin 207. Ninth place is Cochino. And here's 10th place is Rick T55 with a nice style Supra. 11th place is Alien Robs with a nice light blue and purple Supra. 12th place is Sun Love You Moms is the Jeep with a nice Supra. 13th place is 9911 with a black color. 14th place is SMP RT. 15th place is Gone Racing 38 with a Popeyes Super Library variant. 16th place is Green Lee 308 with a nice Fast and Furious replica Supra. 17th place is QJ Jinx. And 18th place is Kart Racer 034. Now, this is definitely might be prepared for this race, so let's just gonna be able to keep well managed on the fuel map before we begin. And then this is gonna get everything we might get started out for it. So here we go. This is going to be a 5-lap challenge for a 1 best of luck of chance, and then this is going to be able to coming in to have the jets flying out. And here we go. This is going to be the moment to be able to take the best choices to be made, and this is going to be able to take the best racing. We have to get everything prepared. Now, looks like the first top 3 is about to be able to coming in, and then everything is going to be able to take one way of a formation lineup is going to be able to coming in, and then, oh, looks like Freak Show 49 almost had it by the start, and wait, looks like he just definitely pulling himself back from the bottom position. Oh, looks like that was definitely might be very closer to get, so don't do the shortcut because that will automatically pull you back in onto the track, because this is definitely might be able to make sure, because this is definitely might be able to give the moment we might do the spare. So let's just try to be able to do this, because this is definitely the real racing opportunity that this is going to be able to have. Now, looks like MJ Rock takes the lead by the start of the first lap, and then this is going to get everything worked up perfectly to be able to get everything efficiently, that this is going to be able to stay on track. And then third place AA12 man is definitely might be coming closer to my current position, and then this is going to get very stronger to be able to take, so just going to be able to have to keep a good eyes check on the fuel map, and then this is definitely might be getting struggle to take. And then this is going to be able to take gap distance, will might coming in increasingly, that this is definitely might be able to take the strong choices to be made. Now, looks like gonna have to get everything going on, and then just gonna have to take that one consecutive turn is gonna get everything a little bit quick and simple ways, and then this is gonna get everything we might do proper ways to go in. Now, looks like this is gonna get everything we might be able to avenge Freak Show 49's positions, and now this is going to get everything we might be able to catch up on it. Now, looks like this is going to get everything a little bit harder to be able to take the last turn, so going in on the inside is going to get everything a little bit stronger to take. So the gap distance in range to be able to get everything well checked, so I hope Freak Show 49 is about to be able to coming back onto the top position as soon as possible, that he'll be able to keep up on this race, because this is definitely what happens. Don't cut at the first chicane. That does not count. So it's going to be able to take a one good directional ways, that this is going to be able to take the basic ways to be able to take advanced skills we might go in. Now, looks like coming in closer onto second place. Just going to be able to take a little bit more time to be able to keep up the pace, to be able to stay strong, and then just going to be able to take second place. It's going to be able to take the motivational, that this is going to be able to going in. Rick T55 is on 7, and now he's going to be able to catch up, because this is definitely might be his best moment of this race, until this is going to get everything well properly by the skills we might do properly, we might get everything in. Now, looks like just going to be able to continuing in to be able to going in onto the second lap of the race, and then this is going to get everything we might be able to keep up on it. So good thing that properly to be able to take the fuel map, we might get everything a little bit safe amount, we might get everything a little bit uphold. So this is going to get very challenging, that this is going to be able to stay on track, we might do everything we can. Okay, change it up onto 3, and then this is definitely might be able to get everything on the struggle. So gap distance always comes increased by using the fuel map to be able to have to stay on hold, but this is definitely might be one of the important tips, that this is definitely might need to get everything well handled, that this is going to get everything well situated, because this is going to get everything a little bit harder to be able to keep up on this race. But looks like AA12 man is about to be able to approaching in, and then this is going to get everything a little bit harder to be able to have to take. So watch the gap distance behind, and this is going to be very struggle to get, because this is going to be able to have a very tough race. To be able to have a one management that we need to be able to focus on is the fuel is definitely important to be able to make sure whenever we can. So just gonna have to keep switching in, and then looks like AA12 man is about to be able to coming in closer, because this is going to get everything a little bit tighter, that this is going to be able to keep up for the distance. So 1 second behind is going to be able to do a little bit worn up back this. This is going to get everything a little bit properly to be able to get in. And oh man, looks like consider this that forgive me for the accidental mistake, and then this is definitely might be pretty good to see it. Well, I can't believe I almost accidentally hit MJ Rocket, because this is definitely not happening for it. So looks like that was very harder to get, to be able to have to afford the penalty, because this is definitely not okay for this one. But quick apologies for the actions to be able to make a mistake. So all I know, this is definitely might be pretty unfair, because this is definitely might be considered the consequences that this is going to be able to coming in for. Alright, 0.5 seconds, because I just made a mistake, and then this is definitely might be pretty hard to get. So well, hope MJ Rock is definitely might be able to keep trying, but it's going to be very harder to get closer to be able to reach up onto AA12 man position. So looks like this is going to get everything well properly to be able to get situated for. Now let's just going to be able to keep up on it. I hope third place is definitely not the best way for MJ Rock, so he has to be able to get back on track, because this is gonna have to take a one better comeback for only a few more laps to go, but only two more to be remain, and then this is gonna get everything well situated for. Even if possible, this is gonna get everything challenging, that this is gonna get everything we might keep up on it. So well, this is going to be able to take one better way to be able to keep it going, and then this is going to get everything a little bit struggle to be able to stay on it. And then here it goes. Looks like this is definitely might be the best choice to be able to get recommend to be made. And then this is going to be able to going in, to be able to entering in the pit stop as soon as possible. Now this is definitely might be very good choice to be able to get recommend, that this is going to get everything in as possible. So good thing everybody is chose the fourth lap is going to be giving the best recommend of all. Now let's just going to be able to get plenty of extra fuel, so this is definitely might be able to coming in, and then coming out onto the pits. And then looks like this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to keep it up on it. AA12 man and I are definitely might be going in to take the battle of first place. Is definitely might be able to going in. Now looks like this is definitely might be giving the best of luck of chance that this is going to get everything a little bit closer. So looks like MJ Rock is about to be able to catch up to my current position, and then this is definitely might be able to take one better chance of moments, and then this is going to be able to avenge Freak Show's 49th best position, and then this is going to be able to get in for. But this is going to get everything a little bit stronger to be able to go in. So, and oh, looks like AA12 man just definitely might be cutting up the turn, and then this is definitely might be able to wait for under investigation. So looks like he just definitely did, by the way, so no penalty for him, and then that's very good. So just going to be able to stay focused to be able to make sure to be able to maintain on this race. And then this is going to get everything a little bit stronger. We might keep it up on it. And it looks like MJ Rock is about to be able to coming back in, and then he's about to be able to overtake my current position. Just going to keep up the focusing on the distance. Is going to be able to take the slipstream. We might go in. But even so, that this is going to be able to take one better ways to be able to stay focused, to be able to keep it up. And then, oh boy, just gonna be able to give it one good brace, and then just gonna have to keep checking, and then this is gonna get everything a little bit sliding in to be able to get through. Come on, MJ Rock. I know you really want to be on second place to be able to catch up onto him. So, well, looks like even the choices to be made, because I had to do the right thing because this is going to get everything a little bit harder to be able to coming in to do it. It looks like this is definitely might be able to coming in, and then just gonna have to wait for a signal moment, and then wait. Looks like I'm about to do this, so looks like I had to do the right thing. Now, here we go. The fifth and final lap is now coming in. Now, this is definitely might be giving the best choice, but well, I can't believe it. I just definitely might be trying to do the right thing, but unfortunately, that this is definitely might be coming closer in, and then this is gonna get everything a little bit tighter to get. Okay, looks like gonna have to take a little bit more time, and then just gonna keep going, and then looks like SMB BRT is now definitely might be going in to take it, and then this is gonna get everything a little bit time to do it. MJ Rock is about to be able to coming in back onto my current position at second place, and then this is going to get everything a little bit tighter, closer to get. Now, looks like gonna have to keep it in onto the second chicane, and then this is going to get everything a little bit nice and slow properly to be able to go in. Okay, this is going to be able to take one better ways to do it. I hope MJ Rock is gonna take one good clear path on the way, and then this is gonna be able to take 2.2 second gap. It's definitely might be coming in closer. I hope he's gonna have to do it. Making one good straight, and then this is gonna be able to take the best moment to be able to going in, and then here comes that hard point. Is gonna be able to have to take a few consecutive turns. We might go optimally for it. Well, now that was definitely might be pretty good. Now, looks like this is going to get everything a little bit continuous, that this is going to be able to get closer. Now, looks like going to be able to run out of fuel soon, until this is going to be able to take one final stretch to going in, and then AA 12 man is about to take the podium, that this is going to be able to coming in. And then looks like he did. Yes, he is finally made it in first place, by giving them one good receivable finish line that this is going to be able to have. And then looks like, well, looks like that was definitely might be pretty obviously closer to get. So wow, I can't believe it. MJ Rock and I just definitely finally made it on the same type, but well, can't believe it. That was definitely might be pretty good often to see it. So this is definitely might be pretty good to see 2 second place by the tiebreaker, but well, I can't believe it. But well, good thing Freak Show 49 made it in 7th place, but well, it was definitely might be doing good to be able to have everything to catch up onto us, because that's how one of the important things of this race is definitely try not to get cut up at the first chicane. That will might automatically force to go back in. Well, I can't say that was definitely might be pretty lucky to be able to keep everything board. So 2 cars in a tiebreaker on 2nd place, that this is gonna be quite very interesting to see it. So well, I guess that was definitely might be pretty good. So giving one good clean consecutive record in progress by giving one. So well, tiebreakers counts, but even that this is definitely might be well determined to be made. Alright, looks like that was definitely might be pretty good, and looks like that was definitely might be very excellent. So just gonna be able to congratulations to AA 12 man for his win, and then this is definitely might be pretty brilliant. Well, I can't believe it. That was definitely might be pretty closer to get. Well, that was a fun race, folks, because well, actually, that this is definitely might be the best ways that this is going to be able to keep it coming in for. So, looks like that may be considered that this is going to be able to come often to be able to have to make sure, because tiebreaker counts, but even the choices to be able to be made for this race, but we did all the fun, and sometimes having a hard mistakes to be made, but well, just trying to do the right thing to let MJ Rock to take the second place finish. So unfortunately that this is definitely might be able to coming out by the outcome results. So alright, so this is definitely might be pretty good. So this is definitely might be giving the best choice that he just finally took his first win, because this is definitely might be pretty brilliant. Okay then, so looks like that was a fun race, folks. But this is definitely might be very good to have another easy race that this is going to be able to coming in. But also the challenging part that we have to be able to make sure, try not to take full contact, or just going to have to take the right thing for any other drivers who makes mistakes. But it was definitely might be doing a lot of hard challenges to be made. But it is very super awesome to be able to have everything we have to keep up for one good racing strategy. So this is definitely might be having another good race. Even we had to be able to have to take one good clean turns to avoid making mistakes to be automatically to be back on track. So this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to race on Monza, because this is definitely might be a very good easy challenges, tough corners, perfect straightaways, and one good excellent slipstream distance, and even most importantly, two cars in nearly precisions could get a tiebreaker, but it is definitely might be very closer to see it. So the choices to be made to be able to do the right thing or continue on. So well, it's only just a race, folks, because sometimes mistakes happens, because this will might be able to do the best we can, because we'll have to be able to do perfectly. So we just definitely might be able to race nice to each other. So maybe let's just gonna be able to do the best race. So let's just gonna be able to keep up to be able to continuing on in the next race is gonna be on Suzuka circuit. So be prepared for a 5-lap practice, folks, because this will might be prepared to be able to get started for the next round. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification upload, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the GR Super GT Cup on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.